Write-ups from last week's competitions, bunches of crazy feats happening all over the world, a new grip in film, and what went down at Summer Strong 10, brother. All this and more in this week's episode of This Week in Grip. Hey everybody, it's episode 17 for This Week in Grip. We got a lot of stuff to cover, even some stuff that actually happened today. Is on the ball, man. He's picking this stuff up. We're working as a team. It's all about synergy. Now, just want to remind everybody, in addition to the exciting stuff that's going on here in episode 17 of This Week in Grip, want to remind everybody to use the hashtag This Week in Grip with their videos so that we can find your stuff easier, especially if you are somebody that we haven't covered before. Make sure to use that hashtag, because we can go in and we can search that hashtag and we can discover all kinds of hidden talents that have been out there running around, even the ones that Nick Brous doesn't find in his backyard and introduce into his basement of grip strength. So make sure to use the hashtag. Don't forget, everybody, hit the like button as well. Hit that thumbs up button below the video. What that does, that shows that the video is popular and it gets passed along more on the YouTube search results. So someone might see something, what the heck is This Week in Grip? What the heck is grip sport? And they'll listen to this episode and find out more about it. So you're going to help out the sport that way. And don't forget, guys, as always, the first rule of grip sport is you tell everyone about grip sport. All right, Alan, it's episode 17, my man. How has everything been going for you? How's your training, and how is that busted-up calf?
Well, things are going real good. Calf's getting a lot better. Able to do a lot more stuff on it. Still gotta stay away from some jumping, but I'm getting back to normal. Training's been going real good. Getting amped up for SJ4 here in another couple months. So, how's things for you?
Oh, pretty good. I'm mainly focusing on learning the medley items for nationals. There's some things in there that I haven't done much training on, so I wanted to, get more familiar with those implements. So, did a big medley session yesterday for a couple hours. So that was cool. Believe it or not, number 17 was Keith Hernandez's number. He was the first baseman for the New York Mets back in '86 when they won the world championship in Major League Baseball. So it's pretty cool. 17's like one of my favorite numbers. How about you? What's your favorite number, Alan?
I guess I never gave a consideration to a favorite number. You're a Mets fan though?
I was a Mets fan up until about '89. Basically, the cable system that we got, like the service that provided the cable, changed in 1989. So before, I guess that's 89 is when we got cable maybe. And before that, we used to get WWOR, which was the channel that would have the New York Mets baseball games on them. So I was a big Mets fan, like Mookie Wilson, Dykstra, Keith Hernandez, Dwight Gooden, Darryl Strawberry, Rafael Santana, Kevin Elster, all those dudes. I loved baseball back then. It's the pure love for the sport. And then, I think it was '89, we got cable and we lost WWOR, and instead we got Madison Square Garden, which is the channel that the New York Yankees was on. So, and those were like the years of sorrow for the New York Yankees, man. They had really bad teams during that time, but that's who was on TV, so that's who I followed.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I used to be a Mets fan way back when at that same time period. But yeah, I haven't followed baseball and probably since about that time, I guess. But that's just kind of funny. So all right, cool.
Dude, I used to sit there on the floor. I used to lay there on the floor on my belly watching the games, and like during commercials, I would page through this magazine that my dad bought. It had like not a hard cover, but it was a harder paperback cover, and it was like a full-style magazine, and it highlighted the 1986 season, and I looked through that magazine for years after that, dude. It was just so much fun to lay there and just look through that magazine when you had nothing else to really care about, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Hey, before we get started in this week, I just want to send out I don't know what you call it, but Dr. Squat, Fred Hatfield, actually passed away last week. So just wanted to, I don't know if anyone from his family would ever hear this, but his forum was extremely important in my career in strength and conditioning. Not only like the career that I have now with my business and stuff, but just you know the direction that my training took back in the very early 2000s was driven really by what I learned about in his forum. Are you familiar with Fred Hatfield, Alan?
I'm familiar with the name. Yes. I was aware he had just passed away as well. Yeah, I saw a lot of stuff about it. So, yep.
Yeah, were you ever on his board, drsquat.com?
No, I never was actually.
Yeah, that's actually where I found out about. Walker was talking about gripper training and stuff like that, levering sledgehammers and stuff, way back in 2001, 2002, and I used to think, man, this is just a complete waste of time doing because I was mostly like muscle building and Olympic lifting. Olympic lifting was my first thing that I did for strength training, and you didn't really need grip for that because you could hook grip. So it just didn't really make any sense for me to train my grip until I started doing it and seeing all of my lifts go up. So that forum really got it all started for me, and I really wasn't even on that forum much since like 2006, 2007. But yeah, that's a shame to hear that he died. He was a big name in the strength world for a long time and put up amazing numbers, put out great programs and things. So I was saddened to hear that we lost him, brother. So just a little shout out to him. Where you want to start off with today, man? I know that you said that you saw some stuff, I think, on Instagram from James Rodriguez. You want to tell us about what you saw?
Yeah. So Sorinex Summer Strong was going on this weekend, and James Rodriguez had a few clips on there of him and a couple of the guys he went with. It looks like some of the fellow pickup artists, from what I can tell. He has one clip in particular where he's hoisting the 200-pound Zuber plate pulled by the rim. It looks, the video kind of picks up what could be mid-hold for him, but I got about 10 seconds is what it looks like he held him for by the rim. So that's quite the feat of strength. Those plates are legendary. I can only imagine how difficult that really is. It doesn't even look comfortable to me. So good for him. Nice lift.
He had those when I was down there before, but I don't remember using them, so I don't even know how hard they are or anything. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, yep. And one other clip here shows it's indicating the guy's Scott. I'm assuming it's that Scott Johnson, hubbing some 45-pound 4-spoke Rogue plates. If those aren't just a couple of the prettiest 45-pound plates I've ever seen. Bright chrome, nice finish, looks slick. That must be not even chalked up. It looks like a pretty tricky lift. That's a solid double hub lift. So not sure where exactly. I'm assuming that's at the same area. Nice little, really elaborate platform even that they're on. Yep, another good lift. And yeah, that's pretty much. Looks like I don't know if this is James. Yes, this is James in this picture. Another couple 45-pound plate hubs. Actually look fairly. The hubs from this, they're not even spoked plates. They look fairly shallow. A little tough to tell, but yeah, a lot of hub action going on down there. What else have we here? Oh, yep, some anvil lifting. Looks like it says he took a shot at the 173-pound anvil. It sounds like only a couple guys had lifted it. Looks like he popped in the air. Looks like he wasn't having any trouble with the 149-pound anvil. So that looks to be about it. So yeah, he had some good lifts. It looks like it was a good time down there. I've never been to this event. Sounds like it's a lot of fun. Jed, have you ever been down there?
Yeah, I was down there in 2011. It's grown exponentially since then. It's really like it's a completely different thing. As I recall, when I was down there, it was 2011, and I think it was free to get into. And what they did was they had, I think it was 3 exhibitions. Andrew Derniat and Tex Henderson went head-to-head in pull-ups. So Tex did body weight, and then Andrew did body weight plus weight in order to equal Tex. So I think Tex got like a couple more pull-ups maybe. I can't remember. It's on my YouTube channel, and I actually just watched it like a few weeks ago, and I can't even remember what the heck I saw. But the other one was Chad Woodall went for the double old school York's pinch. He didn't get them all the way up, but he was able to get one pair up all the way in each hand separately. And then the last one was, and I don't remember what the order, but it was Rich Williams, and he did the inch clean and press, or whatever, clean and jerk, or whatever it was, with the inch dumbbell. And he was successful in that. He did. He got it up all the way to the shoulder in one pull. And I guess by definition, it's not a clean because it struck his thigh on the way up. But it's not like he continentaled it. You know what I mean? He didn't use his thigh or his quad, to like continue with the lift. It just happened to strike his leg on the way up. So I guess it's been downgraded to not a clean and press, but that's strictly by looking at it in the purest sense of the definition of a clean. So, but still just unbelievable otherworldly strength going on there. So those were the 3 main things that went on. Then there was like a CrossFit WOD that took place, and it was just an awesome day, just a totally awesome day. I acted as MC, and I helped out with Chad with the plates and stuff like that, and I took place in the CrossFit WOD, and naturally we did all kinds of like grip training feats in between stuff, and I was able to get a bunch of stuff under my belt. Like I lifted both original blobs at the same time. I think I lifted them backwards. I got a bunch of feats under my belt, but they weren't part of the main show. But yeah, it was a great time. These days, dude, that's more like a seminar, like a convention, if you will. So it's you pay like an admission price, and then they have people speaking and things along those lines. Derniat spoke the year that I was down there as well. He talked about how he sets up programming and stuff, and it was pretty cool. So I think they did a few talks the year that I was down there, but not to the level that they do now. They have people fly in and give full-length presentations and stuff like that, and it's really just grown into a huge thing. And this year it was at I believe their new facility that they operate out of, so I bet it was even more incredible this year.
Sure. Oh, I figured this was kind of like an exhibition type of thing where there's like booths and stuff like that. I guess I didn't realize there was speakers and presentations and stuff. So cool.
There could be booths. It's been a while since I've been down there, so I really don't know. But yeah, there could be some, very well. Yeah. But the main thing that I know they do is I know Zach Evanesh real well, and I know that a lot of times he goes down and he'll speak there. I don't know if he was there this year, but he has in the past and done talks. So yeah, so it's a really cool thing, man. You should definitely go if it's ever in the books to make the travel plans for sure.
Well, that sounds. Yeah, I tell you, if there ever comes a time when I'm able to start like nailing the Fat Man Blob like it's going out of style, I'm definitely going to get up that way to take a crack at the old blob. That's for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, it's like no doubt, it's like a rite of passage. That if you're a blob lifter, it's another level to be able to go and hit the actual first ever blob. So
yeah, right.
So yeah, that's really cool. I think I agree. I think that's something that someday you can probably shoot for, no doubt. And I don't think it'll be too long. The last time I saw you lifting blobs, it was looking pretty easy. So I wouldn't doubt it if you're smacking
nice.
the fat man around.
Oh. So we got
yeah, go ahead.
So I was going to bring up my nomination for Feat of the Week. Kind of close. Couple of nice ones this week. But your air transfer, that was top of the list. Congratulations on that one.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. That is something that I tried. The last time I tried that, I bet was probably 2011, and I think I only did it like once or twice. I thought it was going to break my fingers right off. It was that hard last time. I just wanted to try something, and that's what popped into my head the other day, and it happened. I haven't been training it or anything. It just, I guess my strength has increased enough since the last time I tried it that it was okay. It was strong. Like my left hand, I could catch it. Like I think I got it like close to 10 times left-handed, but I couldn't do it once right. So if I can get that right hand stronger, I'll be able to go like back and forth with it. So
do some passes, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
What else did you see for contention for Feat of the Week?
So there's a guy on Instagram, goes by Nathaniel Days.
Yeah.
He had a deck of cards behind the back, ripped lengthwise into 3 strips.
Yep.
And that I've never seen before. So that was
totally freaky.
Yep. So congratulations to him. That's nice. It didn't look like a struggle. So
no.
Though I haven't seen before, it looks like he's definitely done it a few times. So good for him.
Yes. Yeah. And I had him down on my sheet to cover that as well. And I don't have my finger on the pulse of strongman feats these days. Like if I've ever heard of anybody doing that, it's very possible that I forgot or whatever, but my gosh, that is just an incredible feat. I would say for me, the thing that I just saw today that absolutely blows my mind and has to be considered for Feat of the Week was the guy that Nate Browse just found.
I saw 2 of these. There was a Steve Nichols and a Matt Cranebrig.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. So I got a message like 2 weeks ago from Nate, and he's like, "Hey, I know it's a little bit last minute. It might not have been 2 weeks ago. It might have been like a few days ago." He said, "I know it's a short notice, but Steve's coming over to my house, and we're going to do some grip training if you want to come over on Saturday." I didn't even know who he was talking about. So as it turns out, Luke knows this guy from arm wrestling. So I guess he had already spoken with Luke about coming down, and it turns out that I'll just read what Nate wrote so I get it right, man. He goes, found 2 new grip beasts at the Browse house last night. Steve Nichols and Matt Cranebring. Ridiculous feats for grip first timers. Here's a couple of iron grip monster lists from them. Very few people in the world have managed this super wide heavy lift. Joshua Hensley, they also became the only other people who have side pinched your super sharp Otis scale weight. So, dude, the iron grip monster is something that I've only ever lifted one time, and I've had it since like 2010, 2011. That thing is just sick. Absolutely sick, man. I don't remember how mine compares to Nate Browse's, but I'm sure it's just as hard. So these guys and you're talking about unbottled potential, dude. Just like unlimited potential. It's unbelievable. That feat is so hard that I can just about guarantee you that I could walk down to the gym right now and deadlift the old school Yorks in one hand and would not be able to do the iron grip monster. It's that hard.
Yeah. No, I'm looking at this Steve Nichols Facebook page right now, and there's a clip in here where he's lifting the gold 172-pound inch. Just picks it up like it's nothing. Yep. Blue jeans, T-shirt, just taking a swing at it. Yep. Yeah. I'm not sure where this exactly is, but yeah, nice.
Right. Yeah, and Luke told me about that. But like a name that I don't know a face for goes in my ear and out the other. You know what I mean? Like right. I can't remember that kind of information. So he told me, I remember him telling me that some dude lifted his inch at an arm wrestling practice, but I had no idea, who it was or anything like that. But yeah, It was him. And now that he's lifted the iron grip monster, I believe he'd probably be able to do a lot of other super elite style feats.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep. Yeah, I'm looking at this picture. It looks like his index isn't even on there. Like it might be more on the circumference of it rather than over the side. So yeah, that's a tougher lift. Yep. Awesome. Both of these guys. Well, we'll get to meet
Brent Barbie. Brent Barbie lifted mine like that too. He didn't put his all four fingers over the edge. He used only his last three. So
nice.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the trick.
It's for mine, for lifting mine, all that's lifted mine is me the one time, Brent Barbie, and Andrew Derniat, I believe. And I used to think that Nate Browse, so he must have lifted something else freaky in my gym that I messed up in my head. But yeah, it's not a lot of people have lifted it. I want to take mine down to Nate's for the SJ4 and see if the guy can lift like one in each hand.
Awesome.
That would be just totally freaky.
Yeah, you should bring. Yeah, I'd like to. Not that I expect necessarily to lift these things, but it'd sure be fun to palm them and see what all the hype's about. That's for sure.
Yeah,
definitely doesn't look easy. Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Cool.
Hey, some additional stuff from last week. Everybody should check out Eric and Jebbertson's YouTube channel because he put up a whole entire playlist of footage from the European Grip Championships last week. So that's all there. Did you watch that at all, Alan? Did you see that?
I didn't get a chance to go through that. No.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I've seen a few clips coming through, but he's posted a bunch of other things recently too that were a separate thing from that. But yeah.
Now on the grip board, he's Biffmeister. Do you know what his YouTube channel name is by any chance?
No, actually, I don't. Boy, I wasn't aware that he was on YouTube.
Yeah, he's on YouTube. He doesn't have a ton of videos, but he's got the footage from the Europeans up there. If you go to the grip board and look at the thread for the European Championship, there's a link to it, so everybody can check that out. It's up if you haven't seen it. The other thing from last week, I've got a big old write-up from Eric Rusin that I could read if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, fire away.
All right, so he says, well, first off, he sent me a message and he confirmed that he turned 40 in March this year. So he was in the Masters category.
See, 40, so that's long. Still not. I'm 40. I turned 40 before he did, and I'm not Masters. That's ridiculous. I thought we had to be actually old or something. No. Okay.
And I'm not sure. That's something that hey, I'm there in like 16 months, bro. So I don't feel old. I sure as heck don't feel old. Dude, I saw you out with your wife for the date night. You got tagged in a picture, and I was like, yeah, man, he's going out to have some fun. I was happy to see that. So I hope it was a good time. That was this weekend, I think, right?
It was, yeah, yep. We had a lot of fun. We actually went out went to a Japanese steakhouse and had some hibachi. I got to try sushi for the first time. You ever had that?
Yeah, dude, I've had it. Yeah, every so often I'll have it. Yep, for sure. I love it.
I couldn't believe It was great. The one thing that surprised me, I wasn't expecting, I ordered an appetizer, and they bring it out, and I got I don't know, 4 pieces of sushi or whatever. And then there was also this pile of this green stuff. It looked like a big piece of watered up chewing gum. I actually thought it was avocado, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, hey, I love avocado. So I take this whole scoop and I pop it in my mouth and just about blew my lips off. It was wasabi.
Wow.
I had no idea.
Oh my gosh, dude.
And of course, being at a hibachi setup, I'm surrounded. This horseshoe table with a whole bunch of other people. So I've got to kind of be discreet about this.
Right.
So
right.
I took it like a man, but I won't be making that mistake again. So
tell me you got it on
just
film,
like
bro.
avocado.
Please.
No.
Oh.
I really had to hold it in though, because that was burning pretty good. I do like that kind of stuff. I like it a little better when I'm prepared for it.
Yeah. Now, did you take any grippers in to have the chef try it out?
No. I guess I should have. Boy, they put on quite a show, for sure.
Yeah, they do.
No,
Did he throw the egg up and catch it on the knife blade?
No, they didn't do anything like that. He did it had the big flame show where he sprayed that crap on the table and kind of chopped up broccoli and sort of threw it to all of us for us to catch in our mouths and things like that. But yeah,
cool.
It was cool. I definitely want to go back. Great food, a lot of fun. It was a little weird sitting at a table with a bunch of strangers, but the food made up for that. So
yeah, man. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you know what? If you would have been thinking ahead, dude, you could have had the grippers there and maybe found yourself a new training partner and, new opponents for the King Kong competition, but you dropped the ball.
I know it. I got to be. That's what I should do is get some of those keychain grippers so I'm a little more ready. I've always got something to show. Yep.
And you know what, dude? I dropped the ball, too, because I was at a party with some dudes last night, and I had a gripper right in my pocket and it never left my pocket, dude. So I'm just as guilty as you are. So I got the write-up. I got the write-up here from Eric. I'm going to run down through this. He always does really good write-ups when he goes on these trips. So here we go. This past weekend, I traveled to compete in the Armlifting Professional League World Armlifting Championships. The contest was held in beautiful St. Petersburg, Russia. Approximately 75 competitors from 13 countries took part in the extravaganza, a massive grip sport contest that lasted 2 13-hour days. Last year, I was the sole North American competitor in attendance, but this year, a small United States contingent made the trip to Russia. Ode Haugen, Ricardo Magni, and Clay Edgen. Randall Strassen also attended as a special invitee and to cover the event for Milo. Together, along with Ardo Gironin and Juha Lehtimäki from Finland, we had a good little cheering section going. We also consumed about a dozen portions of delicious beef stroganoff over the weekend. This write-up focuses primarily on my results. I hope some of the other attendees also share their experiences here on the board. I arrived in St. Petersburg on Friday afternoon, checked into my hotel, and then went directly to weigh in. I had cut a few pounds of water weight over the course of several days leading up to the contest and expected the scale to show about 89 kilograms. Unfortunately, it showed 89.9. It wasn't an issue to make the 90-kilogram class, but lighter is better because body weight acts as a tiebreaker when 2 competitors lift the same weight. Sure enough, there were several competitors who weighed about a couple hundred grams less than me. Oh well. I was confident heading into day 1. While last year the Silver Bullet was contested in a single open weight class, this year the competitors were split up into 2 classes, those weighing up to 100 kilograms and those weighing more than 100 kilograms. Last year I had the second best result among the lighter weight competitors, so I figured I would have a good shot at winning a medal. The second event on day 2 was the Rolling Thunder. I easily won this event in my weight class last year, so I was coming in expecting to win again this year. This was also my first year of eligibility to compete in the 40-plus years division, and I figured I'd have a shot at placing in this division as well. The final event on day 3 was the Ironmind Hub, which I'm able to put up decent numbers with the Hub. I knew they would be no match for several of the athletes in attendance, so I decided to conserve my strength for day 2. So Silver Bullet. On the Silver Bullet event, I managed a hold of 27 seconds. Last year at this event, I held the Silver Bullet for 28 seconds. I thought I'd get about 10 seconds more based on recent training, but I wasn't too displeased with the result. In my class, though, was Dmitry Suhovarov, the world record holder. I expected he would get the top time, and I was right. But I had the next best result and won the silver medal. The day was starting off well for me. So what do you think, man? You think it was jet lag, or you think maybe the gripper was hard? What do you think there? What's your speculation?
Oh, I'd guess it was. I would guess maybe a factor of both. Probably a hard gripper. It seems that's always the variable, I guess.
Yeah. Rolling Thunder. The class was run prior to the open 90-kilogram Rolling Thunder class. I opened successfully with a lift of 90 kilos, then went to 95 kilos for my second attempt, which I also hit. By this point, I had secured a victory in the class, so I opted to save my strength for the 90-kilogram class rather than making a third attempt. In the 90-kilo RT class, I knew I'd face more competition. Alexander Filimonov succeeded with a lift of 98 kilos in the juniors division, which was run just prior to the masters classes. At the World Championship, rather than competing in the same event twice, you have the option to either port over the results from your first class or compete once again, and lose the option of porting your results. Alexander was satisfied with his lift of 98 kilograms, so he decided to use that result for the 90-kilogram class. I chose to compete again because I wanted to try to win the class, and my result in the Masters division was not sufficient. My confidence was a bit rattled when I saw that a competitor was opening with a lift of 100 kilograms. The competitor was a Russian by the name of Salavat Kadyrov, who also happens to be an elite arm wrestler. He said he would be trying to hit 110 kilos in the competition. I've lifted 110 kilos in competition before, but did not feel this weight was within range for me on this day. I decided to open with 95 kilos and see how Salavat would do. The 95 came up nicely, but Salavat had a hard time with 100. He got it up, but I suspected he wouldn't be able to lift much more. I lifted 100 on my second attempt, putting me in second place for the time being. Salavat weighed less than me. Salavat tried 103 and failed, meaning that if I lifted 103, I would take first place. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do it, but the weight came up. I was thrilled to repeat as world champion in this discipline. Interestingly, it was the same exact weight I lifted to win the event last year. Many competitors seem to have a hard time with the RT this year. In fact, the top lift was only 105 kilos, while last year 125 kilos was lifted. But then again, Richev was not in attendance this time. My lift of 103 kilos tied for the biggest lift of the day. Day one was a complete success for me. After a surprisingly decent night of sleep, I was back at the venue Sunday morning for the Apollon's Axle event. Last year, I lost this event on tiebreak. Russia's Evgeny Kuka and I had both managed lifts of 190 kilos, but he won because he weighed 2 kilograms less than me. He wasn't in attendance, so I assumed I would have a good chance of winning the Axle this year. 2 more events were contested on day 2, the Saxon Bar and the Excalibur, a device very similar to the FBBC jug. I was looking forward to competing in the Saxon Bar because I'd been training it and my numbers had been pretty good in recent months. I chose not to compete in the Excalibur. I like it, but it puts a lot of pressure on my bicep. Interesting. And with the biggest pro arm wrestling tournament of the year coming up at the end of June, I didn't want to risk injury. Don't blame me there one bit, Eric. Don't blame me there one bit. All right. And I just lost my page, dude. So what's your any key takeaways at this point while I try to find where I was just at on my sheet?
No, those are some impressive Rolling Thunder numbers. Can't believe that.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Yeah.
And for a guy to hit, 125 kilos last year? Holy cow.
Yeah,
That's
man.
ridiculous.
Imagine
That's
seeing
like
that.
275.
Yeah, dude. For sure.
Yeah. No,
All
Eric
right.
Rusin, I knew he had some monstrous thick bar numbers. Yeah, that's it. That's even a nice number in the Apollon's Axle, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
He's a total freak. Total freak.
Oh.
All right. As was done for RT, the Masters 40-plus years Rolling Thunder class was run prior to the open 90-kilo RT class. The Masters division consisted of a single open weight class. Russia's Andrei Sharkov was in my class, and I knew I would not beat him. However, I figured I'd have a good chance of taking second. Little did I know there was a man by the name of Dmitry Berlikov who was also very, very strong. He opened at 180 kilos, which impressed me, especially considering he weighed a kilogram less than me. He was opening at more than double body weight. I like to make sure I get on the board with my first attempt, so I started at only 165. That felt fine, so I went to 180 for my second attempt. That also went up relatively easy. Dimitri successfully lifted 185 on his second attempt. He was planning on attempting 190 for his final attempt. Even if we were both successful at 190, I would still lose on body weight. This is exactly what happened last year, so I decided to attempt 192. Once he noticed this, he changed his attempt to 192. I figured he might fail at this weight, and it turns out I was right. He got the bar up, but dropped it just short of locking it out. So then it was down to me. Lift 192 and take the silver, or fail and take the bronze. I got the weight off the ground, but not much higher. Dimitri was the stronger man this day. Andre won the class with a lift of 205. Wow, man. Awesome. Eric, you did a great job writing this, Eric. I want you to know that. This is awesome.
That is a good write-up, yeah.
Next up for me was the 90-kilo class. Both Dimitri and I decided to compete rather than use our scores from the Masters division. We both managed better lifts. I managed a lift of 185, and this time Dimitri successfully lifted 192. I felt 190 was out of range for me on this day. I would have attempted it on my third attempt, but another competitor, Russia's Fedor Ryoshin, was keeping the pressure on. He successfully lifted 182 on his third attempt. 185 was the safer call to secure the silver medal. For the second year in a row, I managed to take second place in the event, and there's nothing wrong with that, man. These are excellent numbers. Very, very strong dudes in these groups. Saxon Bar. Saxon Bar was contested as a single open weight class event. Due to its popularity, two classes were created this time, up to 100 kilos and over 100 kilos. I felt I had a good chance of placing in the 100-kilo class, considering I took third place last year in the open class. I soon learned that Dmitry Berkolov is not a one-trick pony. He also has great pinching strength. He opened at 90 kilos. I was pretty confident I could lift this weight, but not confident enough to try it in my first attempt. I opted to open at 82.5, which was the second highest opening weight among the 16 competitors. Both Dimitri and I were successful in our lifts. Luckily, the Saxon bar was particularly grippy, probably the best one I've ever felt. I went for 92.5 kilos on my second attempt, which is 2.5 kilograms heavier than the weight I lifted last year, and it came up quite nicely. Dimitri lifted 100 on his second attempt. He went to 105 for his third attempt. I decided not to try to challenge him for first because it would require a lift of 107.5, a weight quite a bit higher than I've ever lifted with the Saxon bar. So it looked like I'd finish in second place when I saw a competitor was planning on attempting 100 kilos on his final attempt. The competitor, Fedor Ryoshin, failed on his first attempt at 80 kilos, so I thought it was unlikely he would be successful in lifting 100. I was considered going to 100 as well, but I realized that if we were both successful, he'd finish ahead of me because he was a pound lighter. Rather than attempt 102.5, which I felt was risky, I decided to go to 97.5. I was more confident in attempting this weight, and it seemed to be the best option to secure a medal. But when Fedor saw that I was only attempting 97.5, he dropped his attempt to 97.5 as well, as he was fully aware of the tiebreak rules. We were both successful with our lifts. Fedor must have missed his first due to a lack of concentration, not a lack of strength. So Dimitri took the gold, Fedor took the silver, and I took the bronze. So that brings another element of strategy into it when you're looking at winning medals in each event. Because if you want to take the medals home, you can't be taking too big a chances, I guess. I've never been in a contest like that.
Yeah, no, that is really good strategy. Actually, they're paying really close attention to what each competitor is doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. My objective going into this contest was to medal in every event. I achieved this objective: 6 medals in 6 events, 2 gold, 2 silver, 2 bronze. There were many strong competitors in St. Petersburg. I was aware of Oudhaugen's strength, and he did not disappoint. He took home 4 gold medals. But there were a couple of competitors that I didn't know who really impressed me. Dmitry Berlikov, very densely muscled. Dmitry lifted 192 kilos with the axle and 107.5 with the Saxon bar, both APL weight class world records. After the comp, we lifted 110 with the Saxon bar, tying the top lift of the day. He's also older and lighter than me. Sergey Kulyasov, another very muscular Russian, despite being the one of the lightest competitors in his class, 103 kilos in the 110 kilo class, he managed to earn 3 gold medals in the 3 events in which he competed. He won the open weight class Excalibur event with a lift of 125 kilos, but more impressively, he lifted 213 kilograms with the Apollon's axle, the top lift of the day. Sergey also happens to be an elite-level arm wrestler. And the entire APL crew did an outstanding job throughout the weekend. Organizing and running a contest of this size is no easy task, but the APL manages to do it very well. I hope to return next year. And there you go, man. A great write-up from Eric. Thanks a lot for putting that together, Mr. Rusin. Awesome.
That sounds like a good time. Yeah, that Dimitri actually certified on the Captains of Crush number 3 at that event. That was on Iron Mike.
Oh, is that right?
Yep, yep. So,
cool.
Yeah, he's got all-around strength. Yep, real solid competitor there.
That's cool. That's cool. What else? Any other Iron Mine news this week, Alan?
The only other thing was Becca Roberts' world record became official on the blockbuster pinch of the 31.55 kilograms to 69.4 pounds. So, yep, that was a huge jump over the previous one. What was it? Nearly 8 pounds, I think, or something like that. Yeah, over Elizabeth Horn's record. So yeah, she crushes them hard. Yep. So congratulations to her again.
Yeah, great stuff, man. Awesome. Wow. I wonder what she's doing next. If she's, if she's got another contest in her sights, or if she's going to take some time off. I know she's been right back to training. I saw some more videos that she put up. Yeah,
I could have swore I just saw something on Facebook, actually. She had something, there is another contest coming up, I thought, that she just put in for that was right around the corner.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can, hopefully, maybe I can find that quick here.
Cool. Well, while you're looking for that, Gil Goodman posted a new grip and film last week. He said he was rewatching Attack on Titan and with Maria, this was just the other day, and saw this scene where Mikasa crushes the handle of a knife that she is holding before killing a guy. So I'd never seen that movie. I don't even know what it is. I've never even heard of it. But I'm not a current movie buff, so I would have no idea. But imagine that, dude. You see someone coming at you with a knife, before they stab you, they crush the handle right into dust. Give you like the fear, the absolute fear before you're sent packing.
Yeah. Nice.
And then Jerome Bloom, dude, the hub dominator, got his hands on a bull ring, dude. He got one of the 4-inch bull rings. It took about a month to get to him, thanks to customs there in his country. He says, just want to give you an update before I go get my beauty sleep. The bull ring is stuck at a local post office, which I have not had the time to visit due to my work hours. I plan on picking it up tomorrow during my lunch break, so I can't wait. And then, sure enough, when he got it, he managed a lift of 37.2 pounds, 42.8 pounds, and then 48 pounds, which is a great lift on the bull ring. So he says he's aiming for 50 pounds, hoping to get that soon. So I'm sure it's just a matter of time until he smashes that number, because we've seen what he can do in all the other hub stuff. So yeah. He did say it was a little bit different, though, considering it was the low profile and a little bit wider. So you might need to put some specialization time in on the bull ring, maybe. Did you find that Becca information, brother?
Yes, she has. Let's see if I can scroll back to it here. It isn't going to be for grip related, but it looks like she entered into a Britain's Strongest Woman, and to qualify for, looks like something for the World Heavy Events Association Strongest Woman in September in Finland. So So getting right back into the strong women type competitions.
I see.
So,
yeah.
Good for her. Yep. Well, she'll
Cool.
do good.
Yep. Yep. Wish you the best, Becca. Did you see the new Russian bullet, Alan?
Yes. Yep. I think that's a fantastic idea. Yep.
Yes.
That eliminates depth issues, eliminates a lot of issues. It makes it we need a concept like that.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to try that out. I don't know what it would do to have the stoppers in place like that, whether it would become cumbersome for the set, or maybe it would even help the set having a little bit more stuff to hook onto. But I'll try and put the picture up for the video in case anybody hasn't seen it. But Sean Kapusta put this up for us and tagged us so that we would see it, or else I'm not sure I would have run across this. But it's the Russian bullet set. It's a special Silarukov hand gripper with longer handles and limiters, basically blockers, so that you can only set the bullet to a certain depth. It's not just a guideline that you might cross inadvertently. This set is used in World Armlifting Association discipline called the Russian bullet and allows no cheating techniques to be used. 100% honest grip tool. The set is just for the set sells for €40 and is available for orders here. I wouldn't say that there's no cheating techniques, because I don't think that's going to keep you from tilting it. And I'm still seeing videos of people tilting the silver bullet. But yeah, definitely there's not going to be any way that I can tell that you'll be able to put the bullet in too deep.
Yeah, it'd be really consistent from that guard, like lifting things to a crossbar as opposed to, what is lockout for some,
Yeah.
So that was one huge advantage there. But that would be some learning curve to that set with those couple of rings hanging off of it like that. That would be strange at first, but I think once you got it down, though, you'd appreciate it for what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Did you see the little Rolling Thunder challenge that got posted last week, Alan, by our friend out on the West Coast, Dustin McFarland?
Oh, is that the one? It was a Rolling Thunder. What was it? It was a lift for weight, and the winner got like a pre-workout or something. Is that what that was?
Yeah, free tub of Pack Power, whatever that is, from Grant Higa, the Higa monster.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that, and that was the only spot that I had seen that, though I hadn't seen it posted on anything else, just in that group. So I didn't know much about it. Had you heard anything
in the
else?
Northwest. No, I haven't heard anything. Dustin, if you went to that or whatever, if you know of any information, let us know. It'd be interesting to see. That was in the Northwest Grip Fanatics or whatever. What is it? Northwest Grip.
Northwest Grip Enthusiasts.
Yes, enthusiasts. Yes. And then Todd Beecraft ended up posting an announcement for a contest, and I didn't record it into my Word document. Alan, did you happen to catch that by any chance?
Well, I saw. Let me try to bring this up here. I saw that he was that there was something in the works. I didn't see. There was kind of a teaser out there where he was saying there was more information to come, but that was about. It says, I'm still working on the kinks. Here's the flyer. I guess that was about August. Actually, I had not seen this post that I'm looking at right now. So, it looks like things are starting
it's like an infographic, right? It's like an infographic.
Yep. Yeah. Yep, August 5th out in Portland, Oregon. Yep.
August 5th in Portland. What are the events, dude? What are the events?
So 5 grueling grip events, it says. There's the Rolling Thunder, car deadlift hold for time. Okay, so now we're getting serious. Double-handed block or hand flask, max weight, seated arm-over-arm truck pull. So this is cool. And heavy metal walk, duck walk, then sled drag with fat grips. So this actually sounds like a really good time. It's going to be geared to some bigger, stronger dudes. But that sounds like a lot of fun, actually.
It's
some strongman stuff and
right.
Oh, and that's what it says.
We used to call that
the sport of strongman meets the sport of grip.
Yep. We used to call that a hybrid. We used to call that a hybrid comp. There were a couple of those in the past. I know that they were at least talked about. I can't remember if they actually went down, but there was there was talk back in the day, because I remember being real excited back in the day for those contests back when I was a bit more healthy and more into strongman. My reservation these days would be with my back be able to handle the stresses from those lifts. But yeah, I mean, for someone who's interested in both grip and strongman, it could be a great day, a fantastic time.
This
really
will attract some people. Yep, this will attract some people, not just the grip guys. This will get a bunch of other people into it too. So this should be that should be a really good competition for them.
Right. Dude, this is like a perfect opportunity to bring new people into actual, more pure grip sport contests once they see what's going on.
Absolutely. So, I've never done any of these things like, car deadlift hold for time or seated arm over arm truck pull, and I'm not a strongman competitor by any means, but I would have to try something like that because that just sounds like a lot of fun. You see people doing those things. You just can't pulling a truck doesn't sound easy, but you don't know how hard some of those things really are until you get down there to do it. And so that would be fun just to try to take a crack at something like that. So anybody in the Portland, Oregon area, get in on that. That'd be a blast.
Yeah. Believe it or not, dude, it's like the car deadlift, there's not a ton of technique with that. I mean, there's appreciable technique, don't get me wrong. But you can learn it. Also with a truck pull, the main thing there is, you got to get it moving, and then you got to keep it moving. So speed is very, very important, and keeping the rope real tight. Is it a seated arm over arm pull? Is that what you said?
It is seated arm over arm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So it brings in some elements also similar to like Moss wrestling, how you've got to get into that position, that seated position, and lean forward down towards your feet. I never did like a truck pull in the seated position, but lots of times we hooked up really heavy weights onto sleds and pulled them across lawns or in roads and stuff like that. It's a great way to train. Gets you an awesome pump in your arms.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
That's the problem whenever I see anything like this. It makes me want to go out and try new crap and buy stuff, So now I'm tempted to get some bracket made up to back my car on so I can deadlift it, And arm over arm truck pull. I've got a sled. I just picked up one, So now I want to load stuff up and sit outside and drag it for a while. This is great. I just love seeing new stuff like this. Well, I have rope. Yeah, I should really get something. I guess I'd need something big. We're probably talking about a fairly large diameter rope, right? Must be.
I would imagine it's going to be at least 1.5 to 2 inches.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's one more thing on the list then. Yeah. Yep. Awesome. Well, that's great.
What you can do is look for rope suppliers where you'd buy the rope for like down by the bay or at a marina or something like that. You might be able to get like a better price.
Sure.
Yeah, at least back in the day you could. Back in the early 2000s, that was the best way to get it. I haven't bought any rope in a while. But who knows? The market could be totally different now these days, and it might be like more reasonable to buy rope. But there used to be a real big markup on that rope.
Oh yeah, I'd imagine. Yeah, it seems like, especially whenever I set my sights on something, it tends to drive up the cost too.
Yeah. Upcoming contests, Alan. I think the last time basically we got nationals coming up here in June, and then SJ4 in July. So I thought we could talk about those two contests right now.
Sure.
I know nationals is up to like 17 people, Gil said, and I didn't see any new additions the last time I looked on the list. And I just saw that Tim Fox posted a 393-pound axle lift. Didn't look to be an Ironmite axle, I don't think. It could have been, but again, I can't remember anything. If I don't write it down, I don't remember it. But that's a hefty axle. That's gonna help him out with his standing at nationals. Have you seen an updated list of people for SJ4?
Nate Browse.
Do we have a count?
I thought we were officially back at 50 now.
50?
See if South Jersey 4 group contest. Let me bring it up here. Yeah, I don't. 8 weeks to go, 5 more competitors. Tallies to 53 now. So, yep, 53 competitors. Yep.
I saw that
more,
Nate. Lots more. What? Go ahead.
Oh, just more sponsors and for prize packages and stuff like that. Looks like Mammoth Grip Tools just threw in a trilobite handle, some Mammoth coins, a shirt and a hat. So nice. Gonna be a lot of goodies up for grabs there.
Yeah, cool. I see he's doing promotions about, which I really like this. Don't get me wrong. I think it's cool. He's doing promotions on when you come to SJ4, you'll be able to try out like cool items that aren't anywhere else. So he put up the Man Enough. Did you ever see that before? The Man Enough?
I have. Yes, I have seen that. And I didn't realize how difficult that was by the sounds of it. I just thought that was just a heavy drop weight, but I thought people were able to hit it with fair consistency. I didn't realize it was an upper end lift. So that's going to be a fun one to try.
Yeah, not a lot of people have lifted it. He brought it to Gripmas 2015. I guess I was the first person to lift it. Then Cody got it, Bob Sundin got it, Jake Slaney, and Nick Rosendahl. They all proved that they were man enough to lift this beast of a drop weight. So basically, it's called Man Enough because the guy that either made it, discovered it, or named it was John Manna, and he's a New Jersey grip guy. So he says, who will lift it at SJ4? Vegas odds point to James Rodriguez, Gil Goodman, Lucas Raymond, and John Wojciechowski. Who's going to show up to SJ4 to prove to the world they are man enough? So that's another benefit of going to that comp. Yeah, so the last time we talked about nationals, Alan, I think there were only 8 people going, but that bumped up to 17. I saw that Maria and Gil were doing a lot of promotions on Facebook and Instagram for nationals. Looks like they were able to get a few more competitors. So I thought what I would do is bring up the competitor list if I could find it real quick on the grip board.
Is that where that's at? Is on the grip board? I didn't know where that was even posted. Actually, I thought he must have something on his website too, huh?
Oh, he very well could have. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, buddy. But probably he does. Just get into the grip contest section. I saw that they're going to be putting some pretty cool updates into the software here coming this summer. So
yeah.
Bill Pache is always, upgrading this thing. It's always top of the line. So here's the list. Here's the list of people for nationals this year: Gilbert Goodman, Maria Becerra, Jedd Johnson, Eric Rusin, Philip Kashaba, John McCarter, Michael Rogowski, Patrick Mazels, Andrew Pankey, Aaron Corcoran, Nick Sanders, Annette David, Tim Fox, Tanner Merkel, Adam Junker, Jarrell Koenig, Josh Koenig. So that's the list. Lots of heavy hitters there. Some people I haven't met. We've talked about Phil Kashaba, but haven't met him. I've never met John McCarter. Never met Tim Fox. Nick Sanders, I don't know. I think he's one of Pat Mazel's friends. Annette David, I'm not sure.
Dan Fleming is on here?
Dan Fleming is not on here, brother. He's not on here.
Oh, wow. I thought he was coming down. Okay. And Eric Rusin isn't either?
Yeah, he's on here. Eric's on
here. He is.
He was right after me.
All right.
Yeah, there's another guy that I expected to be on here named Mark Brotherson. He's Uncomfortably Strong on Instagram. I figured that he would be on here as well, but I'm not seeing his name either.
So two women competitors then, Maria and Annette Davidson.
At this point, yes, Annette David.
Okay.
It just says David. I don't know.
David, Annette David. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so maybe there's a couple more that are, filtering in at this point, or maybe I've seen Dan lately. Like maybe he's got the bending bug and doesn't want to come and play for nationals. I'm not sure.
Well, he had a big gold bar number up recently, but that was about the last I think I'd seen from him on there. And I actually haven't seen anything from a few of these guys. I'm just surprised by that list that you read off, because there was some other people that I thought were going to be there. I was expecting, Phil Koshava, I'm glad to see him there, and Mike Rogalski, but
right.
That's only of the names you listed. Those are the only two 83K competitors that jump right out at me. That's why I was expecting.
Right.
Dan Fleming, and then Tanner Merkel wasn't on there either, though, was he?
Yes, Tanner's on there.
Tanner is on there. Okay, so three. So that's pretty good. But I thought, yeah, boy. Well, I was just really hoping to see Daniel Fleming was going to make it down for that. Okay, all right.
Yeah. I'd like to see John Eklund come on there. He put up a list of goals. He made a declaration of goals for public record recently. I don't know if you caught this or not. JC
I did,
Eklund.
and that's good for him. That's a separate thing, but yes, good for him. I was told it's good to make some of our goals well known. It helps keep us accountable. So Nate Brass had mentioned that to me recently. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I saw that list, number 4 clothes on there, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying some of these are not like, just small step goals, close a 153, close a 155-3. These are serious milestone goals here. He starts off with get the record on the hub, the block, and the COC4 bullet hold. Close and certify on the 3.5. Place top 3 at LA Fit Expo Strongman Challenge. Place top 3 at Arnold Classic Moss Wrestling. Deadlift Thomas Inch 70 times. Break Mike Burke's Thomas Inch walk record. Go to Grip Worlds. Clean and press dual Thomas Inch. Clean and press dual Thomas Inch, dude. No one's done that. Yeah. If this is what he does on a regular basis, this is something that we should be paying attention to, because if this may be something that he's done for years that's helped him accomplish some of the big goals that he's reached in the past. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Compete at World's Strongest Viking. I don't know what that is. Compete at Moss Worlds. Close and certify on COC4. Break Denny Stone record and challenge Martins to SOS record. And I don't know what that is either. But,
yeah, I don't either.
So some of these I don't know, but this is a very strong declaration of goals here, and it'd be interesting to, I've got this here now, so as these get ticked off, not ticked off like mad, but when you check them off the list, be interesting to see and follow. So I don't know him. I've never met him, but he seems like a really intense dude.
Yeah, I hadn't heard much of him. The first time I actually came across his name was at one of those, I don't know what event it was, but he had indicated that he didn't think the COC3 Silver Bullet was strong enough. He thought that needed to be upgraded to a heavier gripper. And I don't know what influence that's had on anybody, but since that time we've seen now the COC4 Silver Bullet hold. So
yeah.
But that was the first I'd ever gotten a downwind of this guy, and I've seen some of his other things. Like he just recently had a 180-pound rolling thunder farmer's walk posted in one of the online forums or on the Facebook group. So he's definitely a strong guy. I've seen some other things too, where he's playing with some gripper and just kind of casually reached down and picked up the inch dumbbell. So, but I don't know a lot about him, if he's competed at anything, in any of our grip sport competitions, or if he sticks on some of those larger scale strongman type events, or what his background is or anything. So I'd like to know more about him, but pretty limited what I've seen. So seems to do good with the hub events.
I've only seen him. I've only seen him in the at Odes contest. So it's very possible that he has competed at other competitions, and I don't know that, but I know he was planning to go to the Oregon Strongest Hands and compete, because they were talking about it in that video between Mr. Michael and Mr. Jarrett. So that has since been canceled, postponed, whatever you want to call it. So I guess that's not going to happen now. But hey, dude, I love hearing people talk about their aspirations, no matter how lofty or crazy they may seem. I love hearing people talk about things they're passionate about. So it's going to be awesome watching.
Yeah.
Big congratulations and honor for Dennis Rogers. Did you see that he was inducted into the Stark Museum?
No, I missed that.
Oh. So I don't have a lot of information prepared about it. All I saw was a single Instagram post that he put up on his Strongmanism Instagram page. But that's the Stark Museum is the museum that now the name is escaping me. They were the Jan and it's the Todds. It's a husband and wife duo that work together on. They used to work together on the mash. I'm sorry, the darn it, I can't remember the husband's name. Help me out, Alan.
Were they arm wrestlers?
No, they're big strength dudes. Terry Todd. I'm sorry, Terry Todd. Terry and Jan Todd. Janice. They were both like integral parts of Mighty Mitts, along with like Richard Soren and everybody else behind the scenes of Mighty Mitts back, in the first part of this decade. And Terry Todd was a very serious strongman competitor in I believe the 70s, and power lifter as well. Incredible name and huge name in strength sports. And they put together a museum. Joe Musselwhite has been to it. He's talked about it a few times in the past. And I believe this is where you can go and see the Mark Henry dumbbell. So Dennis was honored with a plaque and painting there at the museum. I'll jump on his page here and see if I can get some more information. Nothing I like seeing more than when I log on to Instagram and I see Big Eric with a big red face and a huge grin doing some crazy grip lifts. You know that?
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now too. Yep. He had some nice stuff out there this week. You see that 3-inch trilobite handle lift he had? 167 pounds.
Not.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
167?
Yeah.
Oh my
Just
gosh!
ridiculous.
No.
That was another one of his workouts with Mr. Wide Pinch. Yeah, those guys get together and just rip it up. And there he is now, manhandling that anvil. Yep. Just hand-to-hand transfers, you name it. Yep.
Wow. So I might have actually gotten it wrong. It's not. It doesn't look like it's the Stark Museum. It's the LBJ Library and Museum in Austin. So I might have gotten that mixed up or something. I'm not sure. But he's got like a little enclosed glass poster with some broken handcuffs and bent horseshoes and things like that. A bent wrench and some torn cards. So I probably reported that wrong, but. Hey, he was honored anyway, and congratulations to us.
Yes, congratulations.
Now I gotta see this lift from Eric, man. What the heck?
Yeah. Lots of that kind of crazy stuff this week. Right after you put out your inch transfer, you see Brian Hunsaker had a neat one out there too. He's chomping at the bit. Hopefully he gets that inch of his any days now. Yeah, he had that funky little, I don't even know what it is, some kind of axle-looking thing with a 3.5-inch handle that he was toying around with. Weighs like, I don't know, 150-plus pounds, something like that. Check if you hadn't seen that. It's a nice little lift. Kind of a neat looking contraption. I don't have anything kind of oddball like that. I gotta try to score some of that kind of stuff. But yeah, cool little handle. I don't know if you had it welded up like that, or if that just came out of something, or what the deal is.
Oh, this has like some kind of like car parts or something. They look like or some kind of mechanical things. Wow, I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, he posted some videos before of that in the past, but this one was like weight added and stuff. Yeah, pretty cool. Neat little trainer. Yep.
Yeah. That looks cool, man. That's a cool thing to have. That's a cool little thing to have there. Well, it's not little, but yeah, that's pretty cool, man. That's sweet. Nice. What other feats have you seen, dude?
You see, we were just talking about the COC4 silver bullet hold. Paul Savage posted a 26-second hold. Yeah, that was impressive. Yep.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Good for him. Yeah, that's top. That's right up there. So, yep. Just need to get him in a competition to make that stuff official. So, you got the strength.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no doubt.
Yep. And Chez, I don't know if you caught this, his Super Elite close, 20 millimeter block set, just hit a 194.45 pound. So his strength is definitely right back up there. Yeah, yep. He posted that.
Wow.
I think I saw that come through on YouTube. Little clip of it.
Cool.
So, yep.
Nice.
Getting to be back in
Congratulations.
form. Yeah.
That's huge. It was a Super Elite?
Yep. 20 millimeter block set. So, yeah. I didn't realize, he was working so much block sets. Mostly what we've seen is, parallel sets out of them. So, I suppose it's getting to be that time. We'll have 30 millimeter right around the corner. So,
yeah.
Well, awesome.
Hey, we talked about Nathaniel Days doing his card tear behind the back into 3 vertical strips. Did you see that John Stepien also decided to try some card tearing this last week?
I saw he posted something out there that he was going to do that. I didn't get a chance to catch the video though. How'd that go?
Yeah, I believe he tore the deck still in the box, which is another step up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very talented guy, John Stepien. Very talented. Hope he can come up here and train again with me someday.
Yep.
Dude, I'll tell you, Alan, I've got a few drops left. Otherwise, I'm going to be down the prairie. I got a feat here from Mr. Wide Pinch, Thomas Larson, a 70-kilogram one-hand deadlift. That's what I wrote down, but I don't know what actually it was. Did you see that one? Because it's almost like I have it mislabeled.
No, I missed that. Let me see if I can bring him up here. Yeah, I must have blown through that. I tell you, the more people I follow, the more stuff gets buried so fast. I try to stay on top of it. You just can't.
Yeah. He also did a monstrous 2-hand pinch on the Iron Mine block. It was 228 pounds. I don't think I've ever even seen anybody do 2-hand pinch on that before.
Oh yeah, I've seen that right now. Nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've got it here, Alan. I wrote it down poorly. It's 70 kilograms, one-arm deadlift. It's a Fat Grips Extreme on a barbell. That's what it was. Mm-hmm.
Oofda. Easy. Yeah. No struggle there at all.
Oh, geez. Wow. That was nothing. Yeah. I hadn't watched the video before.
Yeah, he could put a little more weight on the bar without any trouble.
Speaking of Instagram, Alan, and I know how you like to follow people and add more impressive athletes to your list. This is a guy you got to start following, dude. I don't know what his real name is. He goes by Ragnavac, R-A-G-N-A-V. Okay. R-A-G-N-A-V-O-K.
Oh, looks like Jeff Pearson.
I believe so, yes. That's who it is. Jeff Pearson. Never noticed the name before. Is that him? Yeah, that's him, I think.
Oh, a strongman type of dude.
That doesn't look like him. Wait. Yeah, I think that's
YouTube.com, The Ragnavok. I love that when people put the before their handle. Yeah. That is awesome.
Now, what did I see him do? Now I can't remember what I saw him do recently. He does grip intensive type stuff, but I'm not seeing what the heck it was that I saw before.
You just hit a 3-inch axle with 235 pounds on it, so that's a solid.
Oh, that might have been it. Yeah. Where is that at? I'm not seeing
looks
that.
Looks like his second. He's got a picture. There's a
oh, there it is.
Thing is a pit bull.
Yep. So I've been watching. I've probably been following this guy since I think I got on Instagram in 2015. So I think this is one of the first guys I ended up following. I don't know anything about this guy. I've never met him or anything like that. But every once in a while he puts up some very impressive numbers. So I guess it says here, drug-free athlete, elite powerlifting total at super heavyweight 308 and 275 amateur strongman, BA in philosophy, CrossFit level 2. But every once in a while he puts up some pretty cool videos that are very grip intensive. He doesn't do like grippers as far as I know, but he does put up some pretty cool stuff. So he might be somebody that you want to watch. And then other than that, dude, that's it for Feats, dude. I can turn it over to you after this one. Did you see that Joe Musselwhite did put out his Strong Grip Ready series? Got a couple videos out there now.
I saw you put it out. I didn't have a chance to check any of those videos out yet, though. How do they look?
Cool. Yeah, real good. They're not like grip sport intensive or gripper enthusiast. Merely hand strength performance for real life situations. So one was like a banded towel exercise that he did. It looks really similar to some of the stuff I have in my MMA DVD and my football ebook. It looks really cool, very, very functional, if you will, something that I think could be used for just real life situations in athletics. And then his second one was he has this giant mass of silly putty that he'll squeeze from time to time, 15 pieces that he's had for like 20 years. And he talked about some of the drills that he does with that, so that looked pretty cool. So definitely check out the series. It's awesome to hear someone like Joe talk about grip and hear about it from another perspective.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going to have to check those out. All right. Well, hey, I've got a quote of the week and then one more thing.
Okay.
But so this was a really good one. I think this goes along great with grip, and especially with how long it takes us to accomplish certain things, sometimes months or years even. But the quote is, when a child is learning to walk and falls down 50 times, they never think to themselves, maybe this isn't for me.
Mm.
I think that is just fantastic for the amount of times that people try something just once and they just kind of walk away from it and say, oh, nope, can't do it. Just like all those times we try to pick up, you the double 45-pound plates, how long you work on something like that, It's the keep after it and you'll get it kind of mentality. So I really like that one. That was one I stumbled across on Instagram the other day.
That's a good one, dude. That's a real good one. Good find there.
And so you guys have been posting a lot. I know you had put it out there. I think Iric had put one out there. You guys were doing some rows with some heavy dumbbell rows, right? A couple 100 pounds. You see the one that Jay Smith put out there? It was 200-pound rows on a 2-inch handle.
No.
He had that on his Instagram page the other day. They were singles pulled from the ground, lifting them real strict though. So yeah, he kicked it up a notch by going with something a little thicker than everybody else. But
well, isn't that nice of him?
Yeah, yep. So just something for you guys to think about. He's coming after you. So,
okay, I found it. Let's look at this. Boy, so often there's questionable music at gyms.
For whatever reason, a lot of the music doesn't play on mine right away. I just see the videos. So.
Those are looking pretty good, dude.
Yep. He nailed them. Yeah, and other than that, I am done.
Cool, man. Cool. Well, it's another good show. Take us away, brother.
Yep. All right. Well, hey, everybody. Thanks for listening. That's episode 17. Keep hashtagging This Week in Grip so we can find a lot of this stuff. If you know of anybody else that we're missing out there, let us know. Congratulations, everybody, once again, Becca, on your world record. It was a great write-up from Eric about his experience over in Russia. And it's been another good one. Way to go, Jedd, again, on that inch transfer. That was some awesome stuff. I really love seeing that sort of thing. So,
thanks, brother.
Yep. So everybody, make sure you like the video, share, and subscribe, and we'll be back next week. See you then.